But first, a PPSA. That would be a poetic public service announcement. Trails End is having their dedication next April. As part of that, there'll be a child's and an adult cowboy poetry contest. So if you're into that genre, please talk to Madge. Should be pretty cool. October is a schizophrenic month. There are those who think that the great American pastime of baseball should be celebrated. There are others, such as James, who many have mistaken for Ichabod Crane from Sleepy Hollow, that think it's all about Halloween. Now, back in the Old West, Halloween wasn't a national holiday like it is today. In fact, if you wanted blood and gore, if you wanted smoke, if you wanted fear, if you wanted death, you had to find a gunslinger. You had to find a shootist. You had to find somebody like the Shawnee Kid. The Shawnee Kid came to town. All citizens take heed. They knew he had a gun. They'd seen his lightning speed. He was no misfit outlaw, gave his foes a fighting chance, but end of day, the same result. On their mound, he'd do his dance. He was not distracted by wine or women or game. Young guns came to face him, but their demise was not his blame. Crowds came from far away just for the chill and thrill. They knew what was coming and kept track of every kill. Still, the challengers kept coming, every poke and blow, but in the end, the Kid was king when it came to trading smoke. He had his routine of preparation, adjust his hat and stare. He'd stretch and slap his leather and wait for any dare. Each fight was a fair one for any takers down the pike, but the Kid was just on fire and stood tall with every strike. Yet every king will have his day, every kingdom find his catch. The Kid's day came in Mudville when Shawnee met his match. The stranger came from leagues away, and word was he was good. He met Shawnee at high noon. At 20 paces there they stood. Their eyes met, they gave a nod for respect, on which might lose. You could hear a pin drop. They kicked the dirt from their shoes. Shawnee turned, wound and fired, but it was a hitch too late. How was he to know? 'Twas mighty Casey at that plate. Casey hammered that white orb out of county and out of view. Casey did get his revenge, which was long past overdue. A short linguistic illusion. 1830, a young couple had a child. He grew up to be curious. When Horace Greeley said, "Go west, young man, go west. Grow up with the country," he went west. Rumbled around like a tumblin' tumbleweed, did odd jobs, scouted out the new expansion of the great prairies. Those people wearing coonskin caps, and he came in possession of a beaver pelt. And he fashioned a hat that had a wide brim, unbeknownst to most by that time. And he found it kept out the sun, it kept out the rain and snow, it kept out the wind. Had a dome on it. There was air that insulated both winter and summer. He could move cattle along with it. He could signal with it. He could water his horse with it. Hide a little extra money in the hat band. He could throw his gloves in it so he could find him. Cowboy came along, bought that hat off him for $5, which was a considerable amount in those days, as a cowboy made 75 cents a day. Made his way back to Philadelphia and thought there may be a future in broad-rimmed hats. His name was John B. Stetson, and the Boss of the Prairie was his first hat. It is this hat, that very model, that allows me to masquerade as a real-life cowboy.
You may be leaving for now, but the nightmares will return.